Hey everybody, this is Ahdoom, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon, where in this episode we will be taking out the Sunken Crew with a bit of an oddball party. Not sure this is going to be the best composition for it, but it's going to be the composition that I'm going to be using, because I need some of these guys to be leveling up. As you can see, we have Montfort, the Master Bounty Hunter, with the abilities you see right here, a Sun Ring and a Wounding Helmet on his head. Daryl, the veteran grave robber, who's rocking out a Sun Ring and a Life Crystal just to make her less squishy. We've got Bohon, the veteran Plague Doctor, who should be doing some epic blights in that back row of the cove. And then finally Gruchet, the veteran Arbalist, who is there to hopefully tag along and provide some heals and damage. In any case, let's provision up and get in there. It is a cove-based map, only medium length, which should be just fine. We'll bring along some bandages though this time around because A, we can afford it, and B, it just makes sense. Definitely need more shovels than that, and I think that's going to be a relatively good kit up. Bring two keys just because, and then a torch and a half, and a food and 4 as is standard for a medium. And let's see how we do.
I employed a crew of particularly unsavory mariners, who for a time sailed the four corners at my behest, retrieving many valuable artifacts, relics, and rare texts. Predictably, they increased their tariffs to counter my intense stipulations of secrecy. Such resources had long been exhausted, of course, and so I prepared an alternative payment.
That really just reinforces what we already know about our ancestor. He's like Donald Trump.
Devils, chained and drowning for eternity.
Well, that's some pretty epic scouting to start things off. Let's do a quick map check and try and figure out where we think the boss is going to be. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down that way, 1 less there, and I'm going to be guessing that we're going to be all the way over here. Could be wrong though, but if I am wrong, there won't be too much of a penalty. Go for the battle room with Curio and cross that way. Though if I want to be arriving more intact and less stressed out by a margin, I could go this way as well. Equal number of battles, equal number of Curios, and that does, yeah, it's a more completionist route. This is the way we'll go. Jolly good. Okay, let's use a shovel this early. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's just check who has a really high bleed resistance. 60%, that's 50%. This is 70%, and here we have 60%. Okay, let's check this out with the chappy there. Nothing inside, that's fine. Not going to use up a shovel this early in the game. We're in Radiant Light, and we have 2 maggots and a ghoul, which we get the surprise on. Lovely, lovely. Alright, let's start things off, and again, we're going to have to familiarize ourselves with Daryl's abilities, because Daryl is a bit of a strange creature. Could use a thrown dagger, which is going to do increased damage against marked. That's not appropriate yet, but we do have an Arbalist that can drop marks. This might be the first time I actually get to use mark synergies at all. In the meantime, let's certainly buff up our accuracy and get some damage done on the back row there. Pretty piddling hit before, but, you know, it was all there for the mark in any case. Look at thinking about whether a stun is going to be useful. Move resist is pretty low. But stun resist is pretty high. Alternatively, I can just do some damage, which is, I think, the call I'm going to make at this juncture. Next up, we will drop a mark, because that is what it's all about. Boom. I can get some damage buffs, which should be fantastic. At this stage, we will absolutely try for a... it's only going to affect one of them, which is regrettable. Could try for a stun shuffle. Yep, that has better potential effects, so we'll take that. Move resist, but the stun does take, which makes me feel happy, calm, and confident. Crit for 8 there.
Reeling, about to break.
Which is relatively substantial given my lack of healing. Good dodge. Should probably want more food to compensate for the absence of healing abilities, but we can start to compensate regardless with the Plague Doctor and the Arbalist. What I will do though is drop a blight on the back rows because the resistance is low, the damage is high, and it makes me so happy. 2 dodges and, well, no other ill effects, which is just fine by me. Finish him. Damage versus marked. Unfortunately, he's not in the right position, which is regrettable. Finish him on the back row. 10 damage and 13 hit points left to take care of. Really only about 8 hit points left to take care of, to be honest. Throwing Dagger has a chance to... Boom!
Size alone does not
Beautiful critical hit there. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I could spend the turn in marking or attacking someone, but I'm not. I'm going to try and drop a heal, and that heal works in treat because of beautiful, beautiful trinkets. Great dodge on the Plague Doctor, and once again, 5 damage. Nothing to cry about too hard. That is for certain. We'll try for a stun at this stage, or I can try and use this turn for a heal. Let's use this turn for a heal because I'm pretty confident the rest of the team has got this, and there's not much I can do on the front rows of any real value with these guys. We'll try and get some damage done though. Knock back and stun. Hope it takes. Yep, that's 1 stun and 1 turn denied, which is just fine by me. No incredibly compelling attacks that I can pull at this stage. This maggot's gonna get their attack regardless. Let's just do the thrown dagger on the back row. Boom! Alright, well, dead is better than stunned, as we've said 1,000 times before. Let's drop another heal if we can onto our little friend on the front row here, and the bounty hunter is fully topped off and buffed up to boot. Great dodge there. And in our turn, we'll top off the Grave Robber, and then start with Fix the Face. 4 damage done and done. Let's carry things through with a bowler just to get some damage in place. It's 1 hit point left and only 2 HP left to go. Boom shakalaka. Combat is over. Now those deeds I literally have no use for aside from trading out for other curios, so I might well just throw those out depending on what we find on our various journeys and travails. Don't mind picking up that extra torch. Jolly good. Do a quick swap around there as well, and let's press on into the Scouted Darkness. Keep our light in Radiant because we're nervous Nellies. Yeah, we're a bunch of Nancy boys, and we're okay with that. We're okay with that. Get a scout in, which is just lovely. Curios coming into a treasure room and then pressing into an empty. All good in the hood. Got ourselves another chest, but given the fact that we've seemed to be in relatively decent control, I will use 1 shovel here. And that was kind of worth it. Made our money back, but I like to have a stronger ROI on my
is lit. The path is clear.
dungeon endeavors.
Require only the strength to follow it.
Okie dokie, and we have a Crusher and 2 Oracles. The Crusher genuinely terrifies me, and I'm going to have to put all efforts into stunning that guy as much as is humanly possible, dropping marks, doing all the things. But in my first turn, I will absolutely try and deny. Well, actually, stunning him is a high priority. Let's see if it takes. Move resist, stun takes. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Okay. Am worried about stress, but my odds of an insta-kill are pretty darn low. That said, let's see what we can do. That's 3 damage, and if I drop a blight on these 2, then he'll be dead in the first turn, which is just fine by me. Drop a Sniper's Mark in play on this Crusher, because I'm going to hope that these things stack in a meaningful way. Plus 50% when damaged, plus 90% damage versus marked. Yes, please. Alright, 10 damage done, and we're making at least a small amount of progress on this chappy here, though his resistance to stun is a little bit frightening. Just a little bit frightening. No chance to get a word in edgewise, unfortunately, but we're getting some great dodges there, avoiding any meaningful damage from these chappies. Try and do another hit on the back row just to... Boom! Beautiful crit. Okay, okay. Again, I'm pretty concerned about Crushers. Crushers are literally the devil. Let's, again, just try for that stun. Probably won't take, but we're going to try for it regardless. And it doesn't. That's fine. He's already marked and will stay marked for a little bit of time. Let's try knockback if we can. I'm not sure it's going to affect his attacks. Alternatively, I can just get some damage done or kill off the Oracle. I'm going to go for some damage. 7. Alright, every little bit helps, I guess. Tattle Slam on the Grave Robber, and that move takes, and the stun takes as well, but it's okay, we can work with that. We still have a mark in place, so we're going to keep doing that elevated damage. Beautiful critical for 26. Only 18 hit points left. No chances for blights or bleeds in any meaningful sense, but that's okay. I'm fine with taking a stress wave on the Obelisk. just fine with that. Absolutely fine with that. And we are completely okay. Let's try for a stun again. Stun shuffles. Alright. Takes in every way that is important, which makes me so darn happy. That mark is still in place till the end of the turn, so let's take advantage of it. Boom! Beautiful stuff. And now we just need to focus on macro faffing, but can't, so instead just go for the kill. Go for the kill. Go for the kill, and we are all good. In the hood.
Pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Let's chomp down on 2 food. That works just fine for me. Grave Robber opens a strongbox, and its contents are mine.
Laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Right, let's press on. Torch up.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
A sack and a trap. I think I know who's going to be looking after that trap, though. Yep, 100% chance disarm. And you have the most need to reduce your stress as well, which is just tickety-boo in my books. Alright, let's torch up and get to this empty room. I have a high confidence the boss is going to be here, but we get scouting and hope that will tell us for sure. Yes, it does tell us for sure. So what we will do is camp here, I think, just to get all the buffs.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Alrighty then, so some stress is reduced. Let's... all companions heal. Wow, that's a really strong heal. Triage, wow. Okay, extra speed. Alright, not incredible. Do we have anything to avoid being ambushed? Alright, let's... I'm not sure that increased damage versus size 2 is going to be massively transformative. Nothing of use here. I should have really checked these abilities before I used the camp. Oh well. This could have been a bit of a waste, to be honest. Right, marching plan. Increased chance of surprise. De-stress. De-stress. What do we have left? 3. Increase accuracy. And rest and hope for no ambush.
The light,
sweet.
the promise of safety.
And let's press on. Given the food situation. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, let's... No. Oh, don't. Darn. Didn't get there in time. Darn, I need that food. Oh well. It happens. Be chill. Ahdoom, you got this. It's fine. Might squad wipe. That's okay. It happens. Oh, Sunken Crew. I forgot this was a size 2. That was foolish of me. I could have had an amazing buff. Oh well, happens. Right, Drowned Ropeman, we can probably... Well, we can't take him out. He is too tanky. Flashing Dagger is not really significant. Cure by Bleed. Alright, pick to the face. Throwing Dagger. Nice. And let us... Chance to stun actually isn't too shabby. Let's try a stun shuffle. Can't in front row. Right, blights it is. Blights for everyone. And that takes. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Well ready done. Let's try and stun and move this chappie. Chances are probably relatively low. Chance to kill him is relatively poor as well, but let's just do this. 3 damage done. Move resist, and the stun does take, which gives me 1 turn without being anchored and giving them a heal. Drink the Dead is dodged gloriously, and the next thing we need to do is absolutely drop a sniper's mark on the back position. That should be in place for 3 turns. Yes, it is. Alright, it's extra damage. It's going to be very worthwhile for me. Boarding clutch. Whoa! 14 damage. And a pretty epic bleed as well. That's nasty. Plague Doctor might need a lose a turn there. All hands on board. Move resist, that's fine. Let's bandage up right now. Could look at... Oh, I should have just... Yeah, shouldn't have wasted the bandage. That's okay, it happens. Let's keep our accuracy climbing, though.
A decisive pummeling.
Alright, and keep things going. Not going to focus heals with the Plague Doctor. Instead, I'll do it with the Arbalist. Let's get some more Blight chained up on the back row here. 10 damage for the next few turns. Chance to kill off this Ropeman is a number approaching 0, but with that mark, we've got to take it. We've got to make that damage happen. 23. Very nice. And down to below half-life. Boarding. Clutch, and that's completely fine. Let's start with heals. 6 up on the Plague Doctor. Jolly good. Sorry for that background noise there. Phone was just doing a bit of a jig. Great dodge. Absolutely great dodge with Bounty Hunter. Heave 2 does finally drop, though, which is going to potentially cause us some problems because it will restore the health of the Sunken Crew. Of course, all I can really do is try to press on through, really. Can't get a... Well, actually, not a bad chance of a kill, to be honest. Let's get some damage done. That's 13 gone. Some stress added and some additional heals made there. Gonna keep blighting, because these blights are the only thing keeping this person's health in check. Unfortunately, the stress is mounting. Boarding clutch. 4 damage, but that's okay. Our mark is now cleared. Let's go for the kill here. Done. No more heal for you. We'll take a bandage up, and I'll drop another mark right here to make sure my bounty hunter can keep doing some sweet, sweet damage. But the blights are running out. Great dodge. Great dodge from the Grave Robber. All hands on deck. We'll just spawn up another Drowned Ropeman, and there is no move penalty there. Let's keep the Blight going. Nicely done. Pick to the face. No, because, yeah, they're more defended when they aren't doing damage. Alright, let's just drop a pick to the face. What's your accuracy at? That's not amazing. Yep. Nice hit for 20. That's a lot better than I expected, to be honest. 37 hit points left. Boarding clutch is dodged beautifully. And let's collect bounty on this chappie. 26 damage, 11 hit points left, and 5... Nope, that's done. Done, and done. Glorious work. We've got food for another food check, so let's carry on. We've got torches, we've got food, and we've got a relatively empty inventory, so let's just do what we can. Let's do what we came for, which is, you know, obviously kill the Sunken Crew, but also, you know, treasure loot for the glory of our house. We said something that was going to be a little bit, you know, insensitive and impolitic. Oh, I have to watch my mouth when I'm putting things on YouTube. I might offend people slightly. I mean, as much as it's a Lovecraftian game, it, yeah. Sometimes things creep out of my mouth, which I regret saying, and, yeah. Now it's a long way to the shop if you want a sausage roll, or in this case, if you want to backtrack to the curio battles, and the treasure battles, and all the other battles. Haven't had a food check yet. Want to make sure that I'm keeping my inventory open, though, so that if I do get interrupted... Oh, sweet. Negative quirks. Who has negative quirks? You have no quirks. That's fantastic. Mercurial is problematic. Paranomania I can live with. Flawed release. Okay, so I've got like a 75% chance of getting rid of a locked-in quirk, which is going to cost me more money to remove, and so that is my best action. Let's... Come on. There we go. Let's drop in those... Is it holy? What the hell? Brackish Tide Pool. Oh, that's the Eerie Coral. What am I doing? I leave those alone. That was a waste. Oh well. Let's get into the battle and see what we have to face off against. Another Crusher, Wide Mouth, and a Wide Mouth. bit concerned because the health situation isn't amazing at this stage. We're going to need to definitely focus on getting some stuns in, but I will try and take out some back row wide mouths if I can, or at least get them to a place where a blight attack is going to make a difference. But rather than blighting, I'm going to start off by taking my remote chance to stun. Yes! Fantastic, that gives me some breathing room, and I can do additional damage to stunned units, which works just fine for me. 8 damage, not amazing, but I've had worse. Spearfishing on the back row, and that's 6 damage taken. And a bit of a move there as well, which is slightly problematic, but at least they can heal themselves, which is just fine. And everything just juggles back to its first position. That's kind of funny. Let's drop a mark on this crusher, so that our bounty hunter can do some good damage. Let's try and get a stun on the back row. That should take. Nicely done. And let's finish one. Yeah, it's pretty good damage on both. I like that spread. Great stuff. Alright. That mark gives you some extra damage, and again, it's only a hit for 9, but there are worse things. There are worse things to have to live with. Let's spend a turn doing some heals with the Arbalist, because that mark is going to be in place for just a few more turns yet. Arterial pinch, and that's the badness coming through, but we can self-cure. We can self-cure, and we will. Yep. And that's us back in a better place. Let's keep the pain train rolling with another accuracy buff on the back row, or just damage in the front. Let's stick with damage in the front. It's always the crusher that terrifies me. It's the crusher I should take. Spearfishing on the Obelisk again, 4 damage. Nothing too concerning as yet. Let's keep collect bounty going. Beautiful critical for 26, and stress goes down on everyone. Well, on everyone that I think counts. 24, 31. Oh, that mark is going to be good for another turn. That's fine. Let's keep healing up. Glorious. Arterial pinch drops back on the Plague Doctor, and that bleed does take 8 damage. Will be coming through in her first turn. Let's finish things off with a pick to the face or a thrown dagger. Thrown dagger just has stackable accuracy, which works for me, gets me the crits, and it makes me the happy. Let's again just get rid of some of that bleed damage, and obviously get rid of the bleed itself. Collect bounty. Now let's uppercut. Try and deny this wide mouth turn. Yes, that stun did take, which gives me the freedom to do just a smooch of faffing. Let's keep healing up the Plague Doctor, who's now almost topped up. Nicely done. Next port of call will be this chap right here, and he is dead as doornails.
Success so clearly in view.
Now, portraits
Or
are
is it merely a trick of the light?
worth more to me than deeds at this stage, and that's just fine by me. Let's press on to the treasure room. We have another trap coming up, which we can disarm handily with the bounty hunter. Lovely done. And carrying things onwards. Gonna jump into this treasure room battle. One more crusher, a wide mouth, and an oracle. We just need to keep this darn crusher stunned if we can. We'll open up with a thrown dagger on the back row though. Only 7 is what it is, unfortunately. Let's try and go for the knockback stun combo. Boom. Yes! Okay. That stun takes, which puts me very well at my ease. I'm not going to look at any heals for the moment. What I will do instead is drop some stuns. Okay, so functionally I've just surprised them, which is just fine by me. Less damage taken is a happier Ahdoom, that is for sure. Sniper's mark goes down to the Crusher to get the most value out of the Bounty Hunter. That is certain, and the next item is going to be probably a Stun Shuffle. Probably won't take given resistances, so instead we'll drop a Blight on the back row. There we go. One more turn and this Oracle is dead. A few more turns, unfortunately, until that wide mouth is gone, but I think we can survive. Let's drop some damage against that marked item. Only 9, but every little bit helps. Plus 25 damage against marked, which is just fantastic. Let's keep that going on the Crusher. Only 5 hit points down, but he's down by 25%. Can't complain too much about that. Spearfishing on the Plague Doctor, 8 HP is lost, and unfortunately that Plague Doctor is moved out of any kind of useful position, which will be problematic. Unfortunately, what I can try and do is a knockback attack. I can definitely focus on killing off that wide mouth. Alright, not quite enough to get it to where I need him to be. Tidal Slam goes down, and the Bounty Hunter is stunned and moved back to the point of uselessness. Alright, Stun Shuffle is my best and only bet, so let's try it out. Beautiful! Okay, that's actually glorious. Thrown daggers for the increased damage, potentially. You're definitely dead. You're not, but I can live with you. Yeah, thrown daggers to the Crusher. Crit for 14. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there. The Oracle is dead. Widemouth is gone. It's next turn, provided I can survive it. 10 damage. Wow, okay, so I could look at heals, or I could just try and get some damage doing. Let's get some heals going, because I don't like that Plague Doctor's chance of survival. Alright, Man-at-Arms is potentially back in the game, but out of position, that is absolutely for certain. Let's... Plague Doctor can only move 1. Let's take the chance on a stun. Probably won't take. Oh, it does! It does. That is glorious. Let's keep throwing daggers going. Only 3 damage this time around, unfortunately. But it is what it is. That mark is cleared, which is the reason why. Let's advance pretty heavily with the... Yep, and remark, I think. Yes, sir, Bob. Let us remark. Oh, goodness. Alright. No option but to try and, again, like, chances this is going to take are non-existent. Yeah, that's fine. I got lucky enough times with this one. I can't ask for anything more. Pretty disappointing hit with the Grave Robber. Let's just get some damage rolling now. 11 damage from the Arbalist, and hopefully the Collect Bounty will get us the rest of the way there. Phew!
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Excuse me there. That uncommon trinket is just fine by me to pick up there, but I will probably replace it with that. That seems to make sense to me. Let's juggle back to the appropriate positions. Jolly good. Drop a key in play and see what we have to see.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
I can live with that. I can live with that. Health situation isn't looking fantastic. Inventory is looking full-ish. Let's just head down south and see what we have to see.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Let's get rid of this. No, let's get rid of some shovels. We can probably live without those. Corridor battle coming up. We're in Radiant Light, and let's see how we do. It's a collector. It's a collector. Alright, we can certainly pick into the face. Chances of getting an early stun in aren't too shabby if we can just get the first turn, but unfortunately we're out of position, so it's going to have to be a heal on someone. Pretty minimal tweak there from the Arbalist, and unfortunately Collect Call comes through first before we get that free round of stuns in place, which is a bit disappointing. Limited number of units that I have that can actually do back row damage, so I'm going to have to focus down on... Well, let's try and do something with this Highwayman. Can try and do some direct damage, can try and get a mark going, but that mark is going to have a limited value. What I will do instead is... back row damage. Only 7. Might actually need to flee from this one, because I'm not 100% that I can take him. Amazing crit from the Grave Robber, though. That's something to be, really lauded. Carrying things through, I can try and run another stun on the Man-at-Arms. That might not be the worst call. Nice. And definitely drop some blight on the back rows.
Precision and power.
Okay. Alright, with half their party stunned, we're feeling confident. Show Collection's going to do some damage, Smoke's going to do some stress, and we're kind of okay hit point wise for all of the above. Rather than losing a turn to marking, we'll just try and do some more damage, which isn't really paying off for us. Only 6 HP in place. Headache goes down, which will probably drop in a heal. No, it's a buff. It's a buff. That's fine by me. Fine by me. Let's get another Blight going on the back row. Nicely done. That's 10 damage coming through in the next turn, and that Man at Arms is dead in his next. And I'm fine with you guarding that Vestal. So fine. So fine. Let's throw daggers again. 14 damage done. 34 left on that chappie there, and let's see, what's your stun resistance? Pretty high. Just try and do some damage and occupy this person's turn fully. Lifesteal in the back row, that's going to be a problem, but it's dodged. It's dodged. Headhunt does probably... Oh no! I'm calling them before they arrive, because I expect the worst to happen, and it's not happening. I'm getting all the luck. Look, let's just spend a turn faffing slightly, because that Plague Doctor looks a bit squishy to me. Up by 6, which is very, very nice. Headstrong drops down, and that is a heal for 13, which is clearly a sign of the times. Let's keep the Blights going, though. Boom. And 15 damage coming in next turn, putting him to 20 in his turn. Vestal self-heals, and that's just fine by me. Let's throw a dagger. 16 damage, not too shabby. And again, there's little to nothing that we can do with the Man at Arms in his current config, so we'll have to just get whatever kills we can and force the Collector to show his collection the next turn. He's down to 4 hit points. And, like, we know he's dead in the next turn. We know he's dead in the next turn. There ain't nothing he can do about that unless he gets some kind of, like, epic, crazy, loco heal from somebody. Should we do a heal? Should we do some damage? Should we try and knock things back? Let's drop a heal. Let's drop a heal. Let's drop a heal. There we go. That's buffing quite nicely as well, because that damage does stack. Let's again try and get a stun on the Highwayman. Nice. And now that he's out of position as well, what we could do is either stun or do some Blight damage, and Blight damage sounds quite appealing to me. Let's see if it takes. Nice, it does. Collector is down. Down, and out of action. Down like crazy town. Alright, let's go in for the kill on this Highwayman. Not quite enough to seal the deal. We'll still live for a turn, and that heal will make him just a little bit more permanent. Let's keep healing, though, on my own chappies. That's 6 HP up on the Grave Robber. Head games, again, getting a guard on that chap, which makes no sense to me, but that's okay. In the turn of the Stun Shuffle. Or a Blight. Stun Shuffle it is. No more heals. There we go. Not too shabby. Follow through with an attack on... no synergies there. Okay, let's just do some damage. Let's just do some damage. Too much indecision does not make for a happy boy there. Head games drops down. That guard is reinstituted. No concerns there. Let's drop an uppercut. Yeah, uppercut on the Man at Arms. 2 damage, and that stun should remove the guard. Yes, it does. Nicely done. Try and go for the kill now on this Highwayman. Nicely done. And we're less worried now about the damage potential of either of these two, which means that I'm feeling comfortable enough to faff slightly. Not excessively, just slightly, but let's throw that dagger out. 5 damage. Nicely done. And let's go in for the kill. Boom. Alrighty, so now that we've got ourselves in a better place all over, I will be dedicating at least like a round or 2 to faffing, because that Vestal can do nothing. Yep. Pickaxe to the face. Nicely done. You'll heal up for almost all damage. We're seeing a pattern here Let's keep healing our back row up. It's only little increments of 2 hit points, but it's getting us to where we want to be, and I think that's all the healing I'm going to be probably doing in this round. Just time to start getting some damage done on the front rows. 13, that's a pretty fair hit. And again, let's just take the opportunities we get as they come up. Collect bounty one more time, and that is us done with the collector. Let's see if we get ourselves a trapezohedron. Yes, we do. Yes, we do indeed. Alright, I'm still going to be holding out for more coral, but given the current state of the inventory, I think this is going to be... I'm just going to go down to this fork, and that's going to be all that we have to worry about, because we're running low on torches, running low on food. The game is being the game that it is, and I've had 3 missed calls on my phone, and I should probably bring some people back. Maggot Crusher and a Stinger, so we have problems to deal with, as always. Can try and get the insta-kill on that Stinger, and that may not be a bad decision. Nice, right, that's less stuns for me to have to worry about, that's for sure. Look at what our next best option is, and I think a Disorienting Blast would be a pretty good call with this Crusher. Nice. Alright, extra damage against stunned, let's take it. 13 damage, it's probably the best opening hit I've had with this chap all round long on a giant crab, and I hate giant crabs even more than I hate giants. And I hate giants a lot. Not Marco. Marco's great, but I hate giants. You don't know who Marco is, that's fine. He's a giant. But he's a nice giant. You know, not an ice giant, he's a nice giant. In any case, let's drop ourselves a Blight on this Maggot as the most effective route for a kill. If we don't touch him, he'll be dead in 2 turns, which works out just fine by me. Thrown Dagger increased damage against the marked. Just fine, and let's take our chances here. We can try for the stun, but no, let's just do the damage. But stuns on other guys, we'll use those stuns on other guys. Not going to worry about healing up that damage at this stage. Where we'll do those, drop in a sniper shot. Beautiful crit for 19 damage. Where have these hits before? Arterial Pinch on the Plague Doctor, and it's 8 damage, but we'll only have to take 8, fortunately. Brian goes down, but is dodged. Lovely work, and let's take care of that bleed now, as well as just a small amount, just a modicum of the damage that it dealt. Following things through with a Thrown Dagger. 6 damage, only 7 HP left to go on this unpleasant horror. And he's dead and done and downed, and let's get a heal on our beautiful heal on the Plague Doctor. Completely topped up for the first time in some time.
Unforeseen, unforgiving.
Alright. Well, that addresses our food situation, sort of. Which might inspire me to keep going through this dungeon, but I'm just getting a pretty good haul of crests, that's for sure. Torch situation is 2 left, so I could actually be a bit of a completionist and try and clear out this dungeon. We've got a little bit more to go, so let's double back and see how we do. Lovely stuff. Now, corridor battle, but we're in Radiant, which is fine. Oracle, Widemouth, Stinger, and Maggot. There are no giant crabs, and so my mind is at ease. Bit of stress taken on the Plague Doctor, but nothing to worry about. Let's look at who we can try and get an insta-kill on with the Thrown Dagger, and the Stinger is our most logical choice. Nice kill. Nice kill indeed. Next up, we can try to go for a stun, or some direct damage, or a finish. Let's go for a finish in. Not quite enough to get us where we want to be, but that's fine entirely. We'll drop a stun on both these 2 chaps, since I can't get an insta-kill with Blights. And we'll have to endure what the Maggot has in store for us. What we will do, though, is probably take out this Widemouth. Again, stunned is less... Let me start that again. Dead is better than stunned. That's my mantra. I'm going to stick with it. And we have other ways of getting that Oracle taken out of action. The first of those being... let's clear some corpses in any case. Stun takes again. Nice. Let's get some damage done. Beautiful critical. Beautiful critical, and then start picking that maggot to the face. Pick strikes me as the appropriate weapon to open up a maggot and make a delicious feast of escargot. I admit that it is devil escargot.
Confidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Let's give up on getting rid of quirks in favor of crests. No, let's just get rid of this disease charm. Disease charms are lame. Okay. You know what, actually, we're making these kinds of decisions now. Let's just call time. Yep. That's fine. That's fine. Could have gone on for longer, but honestly, that's a pretty good haul. It's about, what, 17, 18, about 18k in gold, 48 crests, 6 deeds, 2 portraits. Didn't even realize I had any deeds with me. I should have gotten rid of those earlier. Hero's Ring, plus 15 virtue chance. Not too shabby. And most importantly, Montfort is up to level 5. And Durrell is about a third of the way there as well. Picked up Hagiomania and Evasive. Evasive is amazing. Love Evasive. Good luck. Gotta lock that in. Thick-Blooded is okay. Lethargy I have to definitely get rid of in the Sanitarium, and that's kind of the round. We've had a couple of quirks removed and a couple of cures made.
Years, an eternity, and we were rewarded with madness.
So Tapeworm's gone, Red Plague is gone, the Fits are gone, Ruminator and Nervous and Winded have been taken care of as well, and the cash situation is looking pretty fine. Do have to make some upgrades though, because I've had some people pop up to level 5, which means I have to upgrade both their skills and their weapons and armor. But doing a quick run through the quest goals, what we can see is we still have the Necromancer Lord and the Gibbering Prophet left to deal with in the ruins, so 2 bosses left. We have the Brigand 16 pounder in the Weald, so just the one. In the Warrens, we have the Swine God and the Formless Flesh, so we're 2 down there. We also have 2 more bosses to take care of in the Coves, and beyond that, we've only completed the first assault on the Darkest Dungeon, and we have quite a few guys left to level up to level 6 for us to finish up all Caretaker goals and be awesome completionists. In the meantime, I have some things to take care of off camera for general housekeeping. I've been Ahdoom. These have been so fun to make. Thank you guys so much for watching these. If you've liked this video, please hit that like button. If you want to get more of these videos, hit that sub button as well. If you want to catch the whole playlist, it's right there on the bottom left, and the newest video should be appearing on the bottom right as well. I will catch you guys next time.